Imagine a rural village. A great river snakes across the green lands. Tired farmers work on the fields in the bright afternoon sun. A few shabby houses dot the lands here and there. A large church, which is the tallest building in the village, oversees all the activities of the villagers. A crowded pub for the inhabitants of the village to laugh, have fun, and rest. And then there's the factories, the coal mines, spewing out thick, dark smoke out into the beautiful, light blue sky. Weary men, women, and even children headed to the large factories and dark, dangerous coal mines. This was the Industrial Revolution. Ah, look at this fire. Looks beautiful, eh? Warm and cozy. Yeah, it's really warm and cozy. Well, the coal you've been using has been dug out and stored by young children. Eh? Child labor is the use of children in industry or business, especially when it is illegal. Although in the Industrial Revolution child labor is incredibly common, children are seen working in factories and in coal mines. Both types of work are really dangerous environments for them. In the factories, children could get caught in machines, lose their arms or legs in the process. I will spare you any further detail for these types of factory accidents. In coal mines, a child's growth is affected because they are always bent over for the majority of the day. They too could get caught in machinery and lose a couple of their fingers. The children also have lung issues, since they were breathing in coal all the time. Now, you might be thinking, well, all I've been hearing is what child labor is during the Industrial Revolution. Do you have any examples? Well, yeah, I have some examples. The main jobs that children have in coal mines were being trappers, hurriers, getters, and breakers. Trappers have to open and close wooden doors to let the fresh air flow down into the coal mine. This job was mainly given to the youngest children. These trappers would sit in darkness and continuously open and close the large wooden doors to let the air flow. If one of these trappers were to fall asleep on the job, the miners in the mine would be in a dangerous situation. These children were often kicked by other people to stay awake. Hurriers have to push and pull carts, which each weigh over 600 kilograms, up and down the roadway between the surface and the bottom of the coal mines. The passages are really long and narrow. They would usually push these carts with their hands and their heads. These children would end up having head and brain problems. Getters have to cut coal from the seams with pickaxes. These children were usually the oldest because it required more strength. They were the only people who were allowed to have lamps and candles to see where they were going. These children would often inhale an absurd amount of dust, leading to them having lung problems. They were in one of the most dangerous situations because they were far below the surface and can easily die from avalanches and loss of oxygen. There are also many dangerous gases such as toxic gases, flammable gases, and suffocating gases. Breakers had to wash and sort the coal by size. Their main job was to remove coal from the slate, wood, or chunks of iron that have not been filtered by the machinery's screens. They had to hunch over the conveyor belt, and their fingers had a chance to get caught in the machinery. These children inhaled lots of dust, which also led to lung problems, and they weren't able to stand straight due to always hunching over the belt. When the Mines and Collieries Act of 1842 was passed, the law prohibited children under the age of 10 from working in coal mines. Despite this, the owner of coal mines had the audacity to pass children off as small for their age in order to have the young children work for them. The reality is that this law did little to rescue the numerous children from the harsh labor they were subjected to on a day-to-day basis. Even though there may have been good things that came out of the advancements of the Industrial Revolution, the treatment of child laborers during this time was inexcusable. The dangers they faced in their everyday lives were unimaginable for such young children. The situation was so out of hand that even government involvement was not enough to stop the ongoing mistreatment. So you, what are you gonna do after you found out the coal you're using was dug out and stored by children, huh? Yeah, I thought so.